In the beginning, people will tell you, just start, just start. But they have no idea that like you are starting from zero. No rich parents, no connections, no money to buy the equipments you need. You are starting from absolutely zero. That's what people don't understand. 5 years ago, that's exactly where I was. No good cameras. I don't even have a camera by then. Crazy editing room. I had a laptop I was using in the university that couldn't handle my editing and froze every 10 minutes. And this laptop right here is the one I used to edit my first music video, my first ever music video. This laptop didn't even have a screen. The screen was broken, so we use a HDMI cable to connect it to a TV, or we look for a monitor to connect it. So that's exactly where I was. Today, I'm going to tell you about the realities of starting from absolutely nothing. This is no motivational video or some Instagram quotes or stuff like that. This is the reality. I grew up in a place where people don't even have hope in the country we are living in. Like most of my friends like have traveled through the back way, and I know a lot of people that have died through that back way. If this video can inspire one person to start their own business or help them grow or guide them in a way, then it's a win for me. When I just started, it was really difficult for me because this videography thing is not like what is normal in African homes. Like what we know is go to school, then college or university, have a job, have a secure job. You understand? So it was really difficult for me. People didn't understand. People think like it's just some cameraman thing going to weddings and ceremonies to do videos. But I understood in me, I knew what I wanted. I wanted to grow this into a big company, but no one else will understand that. So in the beginning, like don't think people will understand you. And most of them, it's not like they hate you or they don't want you to chase your dreams, but they want the safer thing for you, you understand? Because it's safe to go to school, then have a job, it's secured. But this one is risky. Starting a business is risky. You might fail. Those are the realities. So most of these people will not understand you, especially your family members. But you know, there was this, I just had, is it pride or hunger? I don't know how to call it, but I just had this thing in me that refuses to go down. I always had this in me that like I will grow this big. Now, Alhamdulillah, I am the co-founder at Arm Studios. At Arm Studios, we produce music videos and business advertisement videos. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 lessons I've learned through my journey. So these are my own experiences. It can be different from other people's experiences, but these are my experiences. One, your situation is not your limitation. I mean, it doesn't matter where you start. Like, just think of the likes of Jeff Bezos. These rich people, they started from somewhere. Most of these people started their companies from their bedroom. You understand? But the problem we have here, like, people just want to start now and be successful the next year or in the next 6 months. You understand? It doesn't work that way. I started from absolutely nothing. My first project was shot with a mobile phone. It was an iPhone 5. It wasn't even mine. I lent it, I borrowed it from a friend, and we shot the video. I didn't have no connections. I didn't know anybody in the industry. You know, I said it in my last video. Like I used to go to shows and concerts just to get in, to get phone numbers, like contacts from artists, so I can tell them what I do. So this is what you need. Like the most important thing is the zeal to achieve what you want. Like if you have it in your brain, you want to achieve it, you go for it. You understand? It doesn't matter where you start. What business are you doing? For example, you're selling groundnuts. Start with 1 pot of groundnut. Understand nga? Danga gis a Guinean here, they will come here in the Gambia, they will get pot of bitter cola. They will start with that. Can ko enu sen bobay like going around like selling bitter cola. Next year, demal nga whole guy. Ghanaian am canteen. You understand? Like canteen. Come on, if you understand canteen. I don't know if that is the way it's pronounced in English, but it's like a small shop, you understand? The next year, they have like a big shop. In 5 years' time, they are like importing goods from other countries to the Gambia here. So that's how they start. You have to start somewhere. I started from the poorest of the poorest neighborhoods. But what's important is the mindset. You have to know that like this Elon Musk, this Jeff Bezos, these people are not like aliens. They're just humans like you. If they can have like 300 billion, you can have 300 billion. You know, don't limit yourself to your environment. There was a point like if I'm thinking about growth, like I box myself in the Gambian society, you understand? But the moment you do that, then your market stops at Gambia. But the moment like you start thinking outside, like seeing the world without borders, then like it's a big market, you understand? So where you from doesn't determine where you end. Yeah, so the last time I was scrolling on X, Twitter, and I saw this quote. One of my friends posted it, Mustafa Anjay. It said, being born from poverty is an underrated blessing. And like people were, like the engagements where some people were in support and some people were not supporting, and you understand. But in a way, yeah, like imagine me starting from absolutely zero. You understand? It all feels like a blessing. Like when I look back, you have this feeling like, wow, you did a lot, you understand? And this feeling like you cannot get it from any other thing. And the second one is very important. Learn a skill before you start chasing money. Learn a skill before you start chasing money. Okay, so in the studio here, like when a new person comes in, like one of our when we have a new person in and like they're young, what I tell them first is learn before you start chasing money. It's very, very important. Okay, let's say right now I'm super busy. I'm getting very busy, and it's really difficult to learn. You understand? But let's say 3 years, 4 years ago, bro, I learned a lot. You understand? I used to be on YouTube like the whole night from 8 p.m. to 6. After that, I go to school, like I go to the university, which was very bad. You understand? I was sleeping in class, but that is what I was doing. That is how I wanted this to work. You understand? So you have to learn, and there are so many places you can learn. It's not just from people. So many people be texting me like they want to join the team, they want to learn from me. Yes, it is way faster if you like learn from someone, but we have so many other places you can learn from. The internet is here. That's where I learned everything. I did like 20 videos without even charging a fee. So it's really important for you to like forget about the money. The money will follow the skills, you understand? If you have the skills, then the money will start coming in. So I did like 20 videos wherein I wasn't charging anyone. I was just trying to improve my quality. The moment you start focusing on money, then you have a big problem, because money will stop coming. But when you focus on improving yourself and improving your skill, like working on yourself, then the money will follow. You don't chase money. Money will come when you do the right things. When the money is not coming, just know you are not doing the right things. So that's how it works. So learn the skill. It is very important. I have a friend that is in Spain. He traveled through the back way. He's in Spain right now. He's very smart. It was a couple of them. What he did was he was learning Spanish and trying to learn their culture, while the other group were like focusing on money, trying to get quick money and send it back home. 6 months or 1 year, he has mastered Spanish, and he's the one teaching those people. And now he's attracting like bigger gigs, bigger jobs, while those people are doing like the petty jobs in Spain, you understand? So it is really important to, first you have to learn the skill. I know money is important, but without the skill, then like the money won't follow you. Get so good that like people won't be able to ignore you. That's what I did in the beginning too. Like in my other video, I was saying that I used to go to artist concert to tell them what I do. You understand? I used to go to the studios to meet artists and talk to them, like, and tell them, okay, this is what I do. But the moment I stopped all that and then came back, focused on myself, you know, learned the skill, mastered my craft, then you will see them coming, not you like having to chase people, you understand? So this works in any type of business you are doing. Try and master your skills, and it's really not that hard to be ahead of like 99% of people, because 99% of people be chasing money. Don't chase money, learn your skill, master it, and the money will follow. Number 3 is consistency beats motivation. This one is, I think this is my superpower, you understand? Like, you have to be consistent, especially in this world where like people be jumping from stuff to stuff to stuff. If you are consistent, then you are ahead of 99% of people. I'll take here for example. You see this video, you see how my eyes are. In the morning when I woke up after I prayed Fajr, I wanted to go back to bed, but so these are the times you need to push yourself. These are the times where I tell myself, okay, this is where the difference lies, like between you and your competitors, or between you and other people. Those are the times you have to force yourself and do it. You understand? So I wouldn't have done this video. I was just following motivation because I wasn't motivated to get up today to do this video, but I do it anyways. That is what I did in the beginning. Like, There's so many times like I've been going for shooting without even feeling like I don't want to get out of my bed, but I still go and do it. Consistency is very, very, very important, and most people that know me, like, that is what they talk about, like the consistency. Consistency is, I think, one of my superpowers, and if you are learning something from me, learn to be consistent. Like, you don't have to follow your feelings if you want to achieve some stuff. I know it's important to relax. It's important to like go out and do stuff. For me, this is all I do. I come to work, go back home, sleep, eat, come back to work. This is what I do, and this is what I love doing. So that is why it is important for you to do something you love, not because like other people are doing it and you do it because it's easier to be consistent in doing something you love doing. Like I said in the other video, people be jumping from business to business to business. That is because they are not consistent. That is because they want to start today and be a millionaire today. It doesn't work that way. Jeff Bezos didn't become a millionaire in 2 years, in 5 years. I don't even think in 10 years. Like, you have to put in the work. Then later, people will see the overnight success. So number 4 is turn your pain into fuel. Yes, it will get really, really, really hard. You'll have so many setbacks, but the way you react to those setbacks is what determines like how far you will go. I got so many setbacks, like the situation with the artist that refused to pay me in the beginning. I used that as fuel. I was like, okay, I'll grow to a certain point that these people cannot ignore me, and I'll be the biggest in the country. And if he doesn't work with me, like he won't have like good quality. So that was the fuel I used. There was a point I gave the person my drone. He just said like the drone is not went missing and I couldn't do anything about it. But what I did, I used that pain as fuel, and then was like, okay, we will meet sometime in the industry because I am a kid right now and you are trying to do stuff like this. You will meet sometime and you're yani the person who is sick. I don't want to understand that. So I always use my pain as fuel, and I would advise you like if you have setbacks, the way you react to them will determine how far you go. You cannot avoid pain, but it's you who decides like whether to use the pain as fuel or to use it as excuse. Like when I just started, people were laughing at me. Like I had friends laughing at me. They called me cameraman. I hated that name so much. I hated the cameraman name, you understand? They'd be like, hey, cameraman, kain natalma. That was crazy. Like in my neighborhood, like friends, you understand? Imagine you are studying economics in the university and like you are deciding to be a cameraman in their head. Like that's how they see it. But I didn't see it that way. I'm seeing a big production company, you understand? But they didn't see it like that. But I used that pain as fuel, and I even have to leave the place I was staying and had to like stay in a different location at Costa Road, so that like I can be pushing this dream and achieve this dream without all this noise around me. But like imagine if I use that pain as excuse just because people laughed at me in the beginning, calling me cameraman, calling me stuffs. Like when I'm going for shooting, I'll just hold one bag. Sometimes I walk because I'm my own pass, I'm pass, I don't have the money to pay fare. I walk from Sunkirbe like at the shooting point, you understand? So that's how you use your pain as fuel, not as excuse. And you know, and it's really important to have faith, damn it, in this if you are in this journey of transforming yourself or growing your business. Because faith is the most important thing. I mean, that is the reason we are here, like to worship Allah. Faith is what will keep you moving and knowing that like everything will work out in your favor, and Allah wouldn't burden the soul like for more than it can carry, you understand? So like let's say for example we have a situation wherein I had these examples here. Okay, like there's a big artist in the country, or there's someone like there's this big contract, you understand, I have to sign it, but something happened and I didn't end up signing it. Like bro, I never take this like as a bad thing, like the talk like because hell no. I'm always like so gisele happened. If you see this didn't happen, it's because maybe Allah is protecting me from something, but there is something bigger on the way coming, you understand? And it always happens like that. For example, we are walking and there was a time we were shooting and small drone be muyaho, you understand? The drone crashed. The way I took this was, it's Allah that gave me this drone. These are just material things. Okay, there was this time I was walking with someone. Before I got cameras, he got me a camera, very powerful camera. So we were talking about a deal, and then the deal did not end up working, you understand? So he came, like, collected all the stuff, the cameras, the speakers. So I was left with absolutely nothing. That was a really crazy situation because I was shooting in the Gambia and I was really big in the industry. And the places I was renting cameras from, they were not renting anymore. So it was crazy, but I always had faith. I don't know what. I was like, yeah, if you see this happened, if you see these people took these stuffs, it's because these stuffs are not for me. Allah has a better plan for me. You know, I always have that faith in me. And in like 2 weeks' time, I got the same camera, the same quality, but this time around, it wasn't like there were no strings attached. This time around, it's my own camera. I can shoot anytime I want. I can do anything I want with the camera. You understand? So this is how faith also will help you in your journey. Always take things the positive way. Whatever happens to me, it doesn't matter. I will take it the positive way. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. I will know that just everything is working in my favor. And, as long as you are praying to Allah and you are doing the right things, then, Allah will help you. And yeah, faith is really, really, really important. So the fifth and final lesson is failure is the price you pay for success. If I tell you the number of times I've failed is like crazy, because personally that's how I learned and that's how I like to learn. And if we have new people in the office here, that's how I teach them, you understand? I don't keep like telling them do this, do this, do this. Sometimes I watch them doing things the wrong way. I just leave them, you understand? If I leave you, if you fail on your own, you will never forget that. So the time you nañ dëgëroon booba suñ yaram yi yëpp gaañu gaañu la, but that's how we learn and that's how I love to learn. That's why it was really difficult for me in class. Yeah, I had good grades, but it's not the way I love to learn. I like to create, I like to go out and do stuff. Mistakes is how I learn. And my first video, I didn't know anything about videography, but I just took my phone, went and shot the video. It was crazy. So many mistakes. We had everything wrong, but that's where I started learning videography. I went and fixed that mistake. I went back again, did mistakes on the same video, came back, fix it. But anytime I have a mistake, I fix something, I've grown to a certain level. So that's how I kept growing till now I am here. So that's how you grow. You don't have to fear mistakes. You have to make mistakes. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. What you should be afraid of is like avoiding mistakes. Because I see it at school. Every year you pay like school fees. You pay school fees every time, I guess. Yeah, every time you pay school fees. In business or any type of thing you are doing, like you want to grow, like failure is what you pay. At any level, you'll have to fail so that you understand, okay, this is not the way, this is not how I should do it, but I should do it the other way. But if you are not ready to fail, then bro, it will get really, really, really hard. You'll just be at the same level. You won't go far. So let's take this YouTube thing for example. If I was thinking like, okay, I'm embarrassed of doing this and I didn't want to do it, because even before starting it, I used to have those thoughts. But I had this experience, like this business experience, and I know like it is part of the journey. Like this embarrassment and the failure is what you paid for greatness. Then I was like, I'm not even thinking about it. If these videos are helping just one person, then I am doing a great thing. So those petty stuff didn't stop me from this. I came in late the day I had the idea and I started shooting the videos. That's what you do. You have to be ready to make mistakes. I'll show you clips of like when I just started doing this YouTube thing. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my. This is funny. But let's do it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is. No, that's not good. Let's do it. So many mistakes, but I kept going and kept going. When I started videography too, the same things. If you have mistakes, you learn from them, you grow, you go to another level. Most of the things I do, I just be trying new things. If I fail, I know, okay, this is not the way, or this is not how it is done, then I try another way. That is how we learn, that is how we grow. Yeah, so those are 5 lessons I've learned, like starting from absolutely nothing. That is exactly where I was. But now is the time you have to put in the work, and later people will admire you. And when you look back at your journey, you really be admired, and hopefully you'll inspire a lot of people. Subscribe if you like this type of content, and if you have any video ideas you want me to talk about, you can comment them down below. Thank you very much, and I hope this helped.